Hey everybody, join in, join in. Order my steps in your word. Please order my steps in your word. Teach me your will. I'm working. Help me be still. Cause Satan is busy. God is real. Love y'all too. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Please order my steps in your word. Welcome in, everybody. I'm giving everybody a chance to join in. I know I just jumped on. Be acceptable in my sight. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I'm just starting. I just got on. This song is going to correlate with what God is actually giving me to give to you guys today. Oh, thank you. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you guys' day has been well. I just got off, so I'm walking in the house, sitting down. Not before I give y'all the word that God gave me this morning, though. Love you guys, too. Y'all ready? I'm gonna cut it down. So God gave me Noah this morning. He showed me how Noah was building the ark and how everyone was laughing at him, right? And how everyone was just thinking he was crazy. He was just so crazy for being out here building an ark when there's no rain. When there's no rain in sight, not even a rain cloud. And as I'm talking about the rain cloud, it makes me think about Elijah when he went to Ahab and he said, there'll be no rain until I say so. And then there was a little tiny rain cloud in the size of a man's hand. And the rain began to fall. And he says, go tell Ahab it's about to rain. Oh, my God. You give me so many revelations in this. Okay, focus. Okay. Anyway, they were just, doubting Noah, talking about how he's out there actively doing what God told him to do. Because whenever you're doing whatever God tells you to do, there's always going to be a critic. There's always going to be the devil talking about you, saying that you shouldn't be doing this, or you should do it this way, you should be it that way. But talk is cheap. Faith is expensive. Talk is cheap. Faith is expensive. It costs a lot to have faith. It costs a lot. People are going to talk about you. People are going to laugh at you. People are going to doubt you. It costs so much. It costs so much to have a faith and to do faith moves. So a lot of people don't understand faith moves because they ain't never done a faith move. So they'll laugh at you. They'll talk about you. They don't know your vision. And they don't know you in God's secret place because remember, it's a secret place with you and God. So people going to talk the talk. They're going to be talking about it. They was talking about Noah until the rain came. Until they saw the evidence. And that's what I want you to understand. The word tonight is evidence. Because some people are about to see the goodness of God. They're about to see the evidence of everything that they've been working so hard towards. God is about to show you the evidence of what you've been working towards. God is saying, I understand that you've been looking crazy to men. I understand that, but you've been looking very sane to me. I told you to go out there in 100-degree weather and build a boat. I told you to go out there when there was no rain cloud in sight. I told you to. And because you are obedient, you're doing what I told you to do. I'm going to show you the evidence that the rain is going to fall. The rain is going to fall. No matter who believes it or not, the rain is still going to fall. It's still going to happen. I don't care if it's 10 years down the road, it's still going to happen. I don't care if you had a dream when you was 2 years old and now you're 32 years old and God is saying, now I'm about to do it. It's still going to happen. God's word will not return to him void. If he put a promise on your life, he is a promise keeper. It might have took you a little bit longer, But God had to take you through different obstacles because you don't know who was behind you. It made no sense that the Israelites had to walk through the Red Sea when God could have just took them around. But God says, I had to eradicate the enemies. I had to make sure none of them escaped. So they had to take the long way. They had to take the crazy way. It didn't make sense to other people. Even the Egyptians, when they was running behind them with the horses, the whips, and the chains, and their best riders, did not understand, why did y'all so-called leave, and where's y'all so-called God when y'all in front of some water? Don't you know we're about to overtake you? And God says, open up, Red Sea. Open up, Red Sea, and don't you close until every last one of my children are on safe ground. And once they're on safe ground, I need you to close up instantly, because the Egyptians you see today, you will no longer see. And he had to swallow every last enemy. So there was no more. So you don't know why God had to take you the way he took you. It might not make sense to you, but you're not God. So of course it ain't gonna make sense. Of course. But it makes perfect sense to God. So when God was talking to me about that, right? I was in the back and I was at work and I was packing up. I was unpacking some stuff and I got swarmed with boxes and I made a video. And before I knew it, I was covered in boxes from left, right, and even in front of me. I was like, oh my goodness, how did I get here? Why did I make this kind of mess? And God was like, it's not a mess. It's not a mess. It was intentional. Because some people are about to get their marching orders. Some people are about to be given instructions. When you think about Noah, he had the marching orders. He prepared for the marching orders. Everyone thought Noah was so crazy. Everybody. I believe his wife them probably thought so too, but they didn't dare not open their mouth. They sat back because they was going to get on that boat because he might be up to something. He might be on to something. But I just love when I see people's dream come into full fruition. Come into full fruition. So when you go to Noah, it's in Genesis 7. And this is like everything that happened, right? I'm right here in 7, but what I'm looking at in 8, it says, then God remembered Noah. That's the only thing that I see in here, because I really wanted to read a little bit about Noah, but when I'm looking over here at 7, God won't let me read it, but I'm looking at 8, and it says 8 and 1, then God remembered Noah. That's it. That's it. That's it. Where you're about to go next is because of everything that you've been going through. Every setback, every door closed, every no, every not now, every sorry, we're going to choose another candidate, every skip over, every demotion, everybody that didn't work as hard as you but got picked before you. God is saying, let them go ahead of you. Because what's first should be last and what's last should be first. And because you're last, I'm going to launch you like an arrow and I'm going to catapult you to the front. You don't know what God is doing in your life. It don't make sense to you, but it makes perfect sense to God. I started to not ask God any questions anymore about my life. Because when I think something needs to go this way, God is like, nope, flip, reverse, turn, left, right, sideways, and now you can go. And now you can go. Things that look like the end is sometimes the beginning when it comes to God. Because he has to close some chapters in order to open some chapters. And it don't have to make sense. It don't have to make sense. Because God is still going to do it for you. God is still going to do it for you. Period. So, as I was talking to God and he was giving me Noah, he then began to say marching orders, right? And if you're on Facebook, I had titled this live marching orders. Because God is saying, yes, I told Noah and I gave Noah instructions and he was obedient and he did what I told him to do. And, you know, everybody got washed out. Noah, his family got saved. The animals got saved. 1, 2, 3, whatever, right? But as God was talking to me, he said, what about Abraham? What about him? And I was like, He was like, did he not get marching orders too? And I was like, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he got marching orders. And he says, what does it say? Genesis 12. I'm going to read you what it says, because Abraham got his marching orders too. Genesis 12 says, now the Lord says to Abram, get out of your country, from your family, and from your father's house, to a land that I will show you. I will make you a great nation. I will bless you, and I will make your name great. And you shall be a blessing. And I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse those who curse you. And in all your families of the earth shall be blessed. So Abram departed as the Lord had spoken to him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old, and he departed. God says, did I not give him marching orders as well? Did I not give him marching orders as well? And he says, should you go to David? And he just started naming all of these prophets in the Bible that he gave marching orders to. He says, I'm going to give you what you're asking for, but it's going to come with an instruction. And the instruction doesn't mean go down here, turn left, turn right. He says, go into the land. What land? What land? Where? When? When? You know, as humans, we love to ask questions as if God finna really answer them. He's just gonna repeat what he told you to what he told you to do. Even when we start saying that we can't speak like Moses, when he told him, I need you to go to Pharaoh, he was like, oh, but I can't speak right. This and that. And God was like, anyway, I need you to go to Pharaoh. Cause who told you to keep talking to me like I'm not finna send you, as if I don't know your speech impediment? Just like he went to Gideon. What, babe? Just like when Gideon, the angel showed up. And he talked about mighty man of valor. Oh, I'm the least in my clan, the least in my... Did I ask you if you were the least in your clan? Do you not think that I know that you think that you're the least in your clan? Do you not think I don't know your insecurities? Do you think I don't know that? I made you. I know everything about you. So when I'm telling you to go, I already know your reservations. So you can hold it, because I'm still going to send you anyway. And when I send you, I'm not going to answer your question, because it's already fixed. It's already finished. Now, if you don't go to that battlefield and go pick up your spoils of war, because Gideon never had to fight a battle. He never had to go fight the battle. Let me say it again. He never had to fight the battle. But you telling the angel you the least in your clan, but you never fought the battle, Gideon. The only battle you fought was your insecurity and your doubt, Gideon. If you don't lace up your shoes and go get what God got for you, Gideon. Whew. Listen, how many of us have not done something because of doubt and insecurity? Oh, they might not want me there anyway. I look like this. They not going to promote me anyway. You done talked yourself out of something God said is already yours. It's already yours. And God don't entertain them insecurity questions, because he already done it. It's already done. The battle that you're thinking you're about to go have to fight is already won. Joshua, about to go up into battle. Yes, he's been a warrior. Joshua was a warrior from back in the Moses days. Joshua been a warrior. But the biggest one that we all know about is what he didn't have to fight at all. All he had to do was march around a building 7 times and start shouting and giving God's praise, and the walls of Jericho fell down. The biggest battle. Yes, he knew how to fight, but it's times and places for everything. And the battle that you're thinking that you're going to have to fight is already won. Already won. All you got to do is show up. So you thinking that you can't do this and you can't do that and you ain't got this credential, that. What? And I'm going to be very transparent, because when it came to me and started preaching, God came to me late in the midnight hour. And he was like, oh, I need you to start a TikTok. I was like, that's a child's app. Them people be dancing on there playing. I said, God, first of all, you ain't never blessed me with the gift of rhythm. So stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Like, what we doing? And he says, I need you to make a video a day. You hear my voice. And I said, these people go think I'm crazy, God. These people go think I'm crazy. So I made one video, and I was so terrified. I made it in my backyard at my old house. I made it in my backyard. It was like a 15-second video, and I said it. And he was like, "You ready for tomorrow?" Ready for tomorrow. I did it again. The third video went viral just like that. And I was like, whoa, I don't know what's happening. All I know is that you keep telling me. He says, keep opening your mouth. Keep opening your mouth. It's not you talking, it's me talking. I said, these people gonna think I'm crazy. Dare I not call myself a prophet, because the prophets on here go come tear me apart. These people gonna rip me apart. And those old church ladies with the little pearls, them people gonna tear me apart. And the men go get on here, a woman shouldn't preach. I said, God, these people finna tear me apart. God, how you got me talk about this? He says, go do what I tell you to do. And although I felt inadequate, although I felt insecure, God kept building. God kept building. God kept building. And yes, the naysayers came. The First Timothy, a woman shouldn't preach, came. Yes, the church lady clutching their pearls, they came. Everyone came. They still try to come. But God supersedes any negativity that the devil comes, because he said it and it is so. That was the devil trying to make me not know who I was and to shut me up. I didn't know I was me until God came and revealed it. But let me let you in on a secret. The devil knew I was me. The devil know who you are too. That's why he tries to send those people quickly. He tries to send those people to you quickly to have doubt instilled into you. So you don't open your mouth and you don't speak for God like you should be speaking. The devil knows who you are. That's why since birth you've been going through it. Just like in Jeremiah. It says before you were formed in your mama's womb, he knew you. And people says, oh, at birth. No. If you read it. Go ahead, babe.
Like he told Moses.
What?
About tell him I am.
Oh, tell him I am sent me. The I am sent me. When Moses said, who do I tell him sent me? God. God said, I am. I am that I am. God is everything. One thing I learned in my life, in whatever chapter I needed in my life, God was there and he was exactly what I needed him to be. When I was depressed, he was my happiness. He was my joy. He was my light. He was my love. Go ahead.
Tell them before you got to that point, the fights you fought me back.
The fights I fought you back.
About,
hold on, because what you finna try to do on this live?
About love and all that.
About love?
Yeah.
What
love,
you mean?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, love don't pay bills, all that.
Love don't pay the bills?
And you want to put everything to yourself on your...
That's because I had to... Okay, so when we first got together, right, I was 23. Since he want to go to... Y'all, he trying to put our business out in the streets. But let me put it out here before the streets put it out. So I was 23 when I got with him, right? And so I was a stripper. I was everything. Unrighteous, right? And we got into it. He was working. He was trying to do right by... We was both from the streets, though. But he was trying to do everything right. And I just still had that mentality of survival, right? And I forgot what happened, but I was like, love don't pay the bills. When he was like, he loved me. I was like, so? Love don't pay the bills? Love don't pay the bills?
Love took you out your mama's house.
Yeah.
Love puts you in Vegas apartment.
When we have a car, you want me to work? Yeah, we was struggling, y'all. We was down bad, y'all. We was struggling. We was walking.
Get them people that blood off.
I ain't never ashamed. Don't play with me. Because I say it. You stay over there out of camera. Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah, get them people that blood off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was what happened. We were really, really struggling in the beginning. Like he had his remember the green truck, babe? The green minivan? He had his auntie green minivan. He picked me up and we were supposed to go on a date, but he had his best friend in the back seat, so it was like a 3-person date. Yeah, that was our first date. He had his best friend in the car with us. We was at the movies and everything. He had his best friend with us. I'm like, what kind of mess is this? But we is from the hood, so I ain't expecting too much. He was trying. I guess it was called thug love at that time. I don't know. But Lord, we came a long way. We came a long way.
All right, Guppy.
Yeah, you want me to get off of it, don't you? Yeah, all right. Anyway, I don't know why he took me over here, y'all. We coming back to the word.
It's all got to do with it.
True.
You gonna see it.
True.
You finna tie it right in. Watch.
True. It was a lot. But we came so when I tell you I watched God, because he always knew who God was. I knew, because I can see when I was really young, I could always see stuff. I used to tell my mama when I was a little girl, like, I don't like looking people in their eyes because I can see things. And she was like, what, baby? And I would always tell her that, like, I can see stuff when I see people, when I look at people. So when I'm talking to you, I don't want to be rude when I'm not really looking at you at your eyes, because I'm really not trying to know your business. But I used to say that since I was a little girl. So I really didn't know I was me. And I grew up in backwood churches and stuff like that. So I always knew God. I know all the hymns. I know all the claps, the Holy Ghost falling out. I used to always think it was an act in church and everything. When people used to do the praise dance, they ran through and all that stuff. Like, I used to always think it was an act until I found God for myself. And it took a really long time. Like, I felt like I had this point in my life where I knew God and then I fought him, if that makes sense. I felt like, okay, you up in the sky, but you see we in the projects and we with rats and roaches and we struggling. So why you got us living like this? If we supposed to have this kind of money and we supposed to have this kind of inheritance, then why we out here like this? And why you let this happen to me? Like, I really was angry with God. So I really dove deeper into the streets, because I felt like, well, if I'm going to be out here, then let me be out here. Where is this dad, this father that's supposed to be here for me?
You
So,
know, when I love and the Holy Spirit first gave me revelation, understanding. Like, we used to ask them the same question: Why?
Mm-hmm.
And then they came back to me and said, "Why you letting it happen? What are you doing to make the change? What are you saying to people? What are your actions that people may see? Because sometimes that's the only Bible they ever gonna read."
Yeah. It's the same. I never really understood. So as I got older, I got with him and he always knew God. I felt like I helped break him when in the love situation, because he's still sensitive. He's sensitive, baby. He's sensitive. He's sensitive, right? So the things I would say would hurt his feelings, and I was so hard, y'all. I'm talking about I was so hard. I was so hard. What I'll say, I don't care. So would it hurt your feelings? So I just didn't know that it had that much effect, right?
You want to run with yourself.
I was just really rude when it came down to it, because the world had handed me a bad hand. But I realized that hurt people. And I was so hurt that it was oozing out and it was spilling on people that actually loved me. I was burning bridges. I was hurting people. And that was my life cycle for a good minute. And I had no regrets about it until God set me down and hit me in my chest. And he showed me the impact. And then it was like he gave me like a feeling to where I felt all the pain that I had caused other people. And I was on the floor sobbing and just hurting. And I just felt it. And he was like, this is what you did. This is the impact that you did to people. Your words, your actions, your snobbiness, your stankness, like all of that. He humbled me so much so that, honey, I don't even want to kill a fly if I got to. Like, it just, when you understand, I don't know how to put it into words.
Tell them about
what?
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, it just gave me a different impact on life. The way that God showed me how I needed to love people.
When I started fighting you, and you said you're gonna make yourself a household name, and I said, yeah.
When I said I was gonna make myself a household name,
and I started fighting you, I said, yeah, you're gonna be it too.
I don't know. I feel like you always felt like that though. Like, so when we first got together, he was like, he saw me being like this person, and I was like, boy, bye. Like, but the irony of this, right, babe? When you met me, I was coming out of church. I was coming out of church. But I still didn't want, because I told God since I was a little girl, I said, I don't want to be a preacher's wife. I said that since I was little, as if I knew something that I didn't know. But I always told God, I don't want to be a preacher's wife.
But you the preacher.
Right. But I'm a preacher. God, what? Like, I said that since I was a little girl. My mom was looking at me like, girl, what? but I didn't really know what I was saying. But I guess my younger self knew what I was supposed to be saying. But like, I don't know, because I never wanted to be one of them. I never wanted to be one of them churchy people. Like, I ain't never want to be one of them women with the big top hats and the big pearls and sitting in the front judging people and like they used to pinch a little side and had a little church candies and put the one finger up. I did not want any of that. I don't want none of that. I don't want to be one of them people. Never did I want to be like any one of them people. Anyway, I don't even know how we got here, y'all. So, but God had said that he was giving marching orders, right? Tell me, and now you're the preacher, right?
Look at everything. From then when you was fighting to now. You was giving then. This is what it is then, but you fought.
Yeah, I feel like I've been had orders from God. I just never ever wanted to listen to it.
You want to be a preacher wife, but you want to be Jonah wife.
I just felt like, one, I never really want to be married ever, but I knew I always loved you, and I knew I would always we would be here. Period.
I still question.
You ain't question nothing, and don't get beat up on this line.
I'm talking about how much I love you.
No, you don't. You don't cry, baby, but you'll cry, baby,
I don't
but
even know how much. Like, dang, I'm like questioning, like, how much do I really love her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
cause don't. Yeah. Okay. But I just felt like when I fought God, he never let go. When I ran and I felt like I got too far out there, he pulled me back in. He pulled me back in, but not hard. Because God know if you fishing and you pull too hard, it might get off. But if you reel it in slowly, and you pull it back just a little bit, just to let you know like I'm still here, you pull it in, you going to get that fish. You going to get that fish. You going to get it. And God was like, I'm right there with you, walking and talking with you. I'm dwelling with you. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to let you hurt yourself. But I'm always with you. And that's the one thing that I learned about walking with God and being angry with him and throwing the towel in and getting it thrown back. And God was like, okay, you got experience now in the world. You did all kind of evil out there for the world. Now, will you live for me? Will you live for me? And so I remember I was telling my mama about this, right? So I was telling her, like, God talked to me, this and that. And I just feel like, I got some kind of calling on my life. I don't know what it is, mama. We were riding to go get a wig, y'all. We was riding to go get a wig. And I was telling her in the car. And she almost pulled over, but she looked over at me and she says, Lindaria. And she don't ever really call me Lindaria. She called me Lynn. But she said, Lindaria, this is not a joke. She said, listen to me. When you give God your yes, you cannot turn back. When you start preaching, you cannot turn back. She's an evangelist. She's been doing this for a long time. And she says, when you say yes, you cannot turn back. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. Never forget that. And in my head, I was like, yeah, okay, mama, okay. But then God started giving me more and more and more dreams and visions and just I can walk somewhere and I just see so much. And God was like, you said yes, remember? Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. It's an overload. It's an overload. Just like that. So when you say yes, you cannot turn back. No matter what you want. You can be like Lot's wife and turn into a pillar of salt. Or you can be the salt of the earth, spreading substance and wisdom. So, anyway, that wasn't my notes. I really didn't have notes. I just had what God had me say about marching orders, because something that you've been waiting for is about to come true. Something that was so long waited for is about to come true. Your yes is about to hit you. Your yes is about to hit you. And honestly, you can be like, I'm ready. I don't really think that you are. Because some things that I'm believing for, I don't know if I get a call. I don't know what my reaction would be. Maybe a little stunned to speak, because when you know pain so well, it's hard for you to receive happy and joy. It almost feels like a setup, and you almost want to screenshot it like you do your bills. I don't know if you like me, but anytime I pay a bill, I need to screenshot it because you ain't finna play with me like I ain't pay it. And I feel like this is what's going to happen. It's going to be like a shocking factor. Like, is it really me? Did you really choose me? Did you really pick me? Is it really my turn? Is it really my turn? It is. It is. You will not be looked over anymore. You will not be passed by anymore. I don't care who try to ignore you. I don't care who try to act like they don't see you. I don't care. I don't care. They're gonna see you. They're gonna notice you. They're gonna see and notice you. Whether they like it or not. Whether they like it or not. Because they can't stop you. Nothing that they can do can stop you. When it's your time, it's your time. When it's your time, it's your time. No.
Yes, no.
When it's your time, nothing can stop you. Absolutely nothing. I started this video out with the song Order My Steps. Before I did this, me and him were both in here singing it, because that song is near and dear to me, because when God is about to do something for you, your steps are already ordered. Your steps are already ordered. Walking into the building is already ordered. The phone call is already ordered. Everything is ordained by God. Everything is already ordered and set in motion for God. It is already there. Order my steps in your word, Lord. Lead me, guide me every day. Every day. Send your anointing, Father, I pray. Order my steps in your word. God is ordering your steps. God is ordering your steps. Whether you go left or whether you go right, whether you go front or whether you go back, God is going before you. He's standing beside you and he's standing behind you. Everything from this day forth is ordered by God. And I know you've been hearing no's. But baby, this ain't the season of no's. You had times in your life, and I know no's more than anybody. I remember I wanted to be out of a job so bad, and I was applying. 3 interviews, because when you get to where I am in GM level, you have to have so many interviews, and 3-4 interviews in, you finally make it, and they give you, oh, well, when can you start this? And then they ghost you. And you're like, well, doggone, God, I thought God says I had to say no to those, because I had something bigger for you. I had to say no because I have something bigger for you. I had to say no because you would have settled for safe. And I'm about to supersede whatever you thought. I had to say no. But the season of no's are over. The season of not now is over. It's over. You got what you needed to get out of that. You got the lesson. You got the notes. You got it all. You're not going to have to repeat this cycle. You're not going to have to repeat this cycle. And God is going to deal with everyone who done you unjustly, who treated you unfairly, who talked down on you, who belittled you, who treated you like you absolutely nothing. God is going to handle that. That's not even for you to worry about, because God says in his word that vengeance is his, and you will only see the recompense of the wicked. Don't dwell on that, because when you start dwelling on that, you start giving that thing some life that it don't even need. God is saying, I got that. I got your enemies. I got that. I got that. That ain't nothing to me. That ain't nothing to me. But I need you to start preparing the way for what I got in store for you. I need you to prepare the way for what I got in store for you. And here's another crazy story. Then I'm going to get off, because it's still with I didn't know I was me. The TikTok and Facebook and stuff like that, like I really don't be knowing. Y'all be working and sleeping. That's my life. So I get on here and I be trying to act like I'm hip to the game. I don't know nothing, y'all. I swear, I be over here like, all right. So I be on here like, you know how you can scroll and like you can see all these other prophets and stuff like that. So I be seeing like Pastor Christy, and of course Brooke Keith, and then like Shantia Deja, and all these people, and Latoya Okia. Like I'm just throwing like some names out here that I always see, right? And I'm like, oh, these people are almost at like 1 million. Like these people, they're not gonna stud me. Like I'm little fish to them. This and that. They write me. They've been in the comments. They know me. I'm like, y'all know me, but then they're talking to me as if I'm somebody. I'm like, me. And God was like, you don't know how special you are. You don't know how special you are. You're known by so many. Baby, you're known by so many. You're known by so many, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. And that's not for me. This is for you as well, because you're thinking that you're this small, and God is saying you're so big. You're so amazing. You don't know how much light you shed. You shine on the world. You don't even know who you are yet. That's the beauty of it. The beauty is watching a star in the rising. The beauty is watching the star get lit. You know how you get ready to plug in a Christmas tree and everybody's standing around because they want to see those lights glow? God is saying that's the beauty of my children. You are about to see your light, and everybody is about to plug it in and watch it light up so beautiful. That is who you are. And as I sit back and I don't know who I am half the time, I tell you, I'm just a nobody. And God's like, girl, hush. But God is saying, you are my shining star. You are my shining star. And I'm about to plug you in. I'm about to plug you in for all to see. Because you don't just light a lamp and put it under a lampstand. You put it on top so it can show all of everything that God has for you. Everything that God has done in your life. Everything that God is doing in your life. You're about to be plugged in. You are about to be plugged in for all to see. You shine bright even though you don't know it. And I'm pretty sure some stars don't know they shine because it's just in their nature to shine. So when people are telling a star that you're so beautiful, they're like, I'm just in the sky with the moon. What do you mean? You're special. You're special. And you have light. And you give light. That is who you are. Anyway, I'm closing on that. I know I was kind of here, and everywhere, but I hope that it made sense for some people. I hope that my story helped tell some of your guys' story, and that God is going to use you in a mega way. And yeah, that's all I got. What, baby?
I have a question.
What question?
What pets y'all have? What pets y'all have?
You always ask that.
No. The last time I did, I said, what animals are in y'all country?
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
For starters, I have.
They can't see you. All right, right here and right there.
For starters, I have 2 hens.
They can't see.
For starters, I have two hens and a Dalmatian plus the pit bull.
What did you ask them?
I said what?
I said 2 hens, a Dalmatian, and 1 pit bull.
Okay, can he ask the question?
I said, what type of pets y'all have?
He asked, what pets do you guys have? Mm-hmm.
Oh, if it's a dog, they have to name the type.
They have to name the dog if you have a dog?
Mm-hmm.
The breed?
Yeah.
Okay.
And cat.
So somebody said 2 poodles. Somebody has a poodle, a kitty.
A pit bull.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said a bunny. Mm-hmm.
None.
So none. A Yorkie.
Oh, yeah.
What is
cat.
that?
A Yorkie is a dog.
Fish bulldog.
Mm-hmm. A husky.
Python.
A Yorkie terrier. Now you want to get on here, you got to read. A chihuahua.
Turtle.
A turtle. Mm-hmm.
Lipstick?
Yeah, you want to get it. A cat named Luna.
Luna.
Yep, $3 and 4 cats.
That look up.
A
Chihuahua.
Jack Terrier or something like that. Yeah, they're going fast over here. Yeah, you wanted it. They're getting it all to you.
Two dogs, pit bull and lad and lady.
I don't know how to say that one. 2 The foreskins? I don't know how to say that one. Nah. Yeah, no, you wanted it.
A Maine Coon kitten. None.
A teddy bear, period.
My
No,
turn.
A snake.
Snake?
Mhm, somebody said a snake, yep. A French bulldog called Mr. Crumbles.
Chihuahua.
We used to have American Red Healer
You
and a
did have
Chihuahua.
that food?
No.
A fish, a chicken. We got chickens.
Yeah.
Snoopy.
We got fish too. So Daddy got fish.
A pit bull and a Boston Terrier. A Chihuahua. Is you done?
A
Okay,
Jack
you got it.
Russell named Surgeon.
My turn.
And
You ain't already gonna tell about the chicken?
They did already. They said I had a dog. named
And
Clever.
chicken.
Okay.
My turn.
I'm done reading. I'm
My
done
turn.
reading. Go on about your business. What you about to ask?
Yeah.
Chad, y'all entertaining these babies.
Okay.
What you about to ask?
What type you Lizzie have?
Huh?
I said, what type of pet Lizzie have?
They already done said it.
Pet Lizzie.
What pet lizards? I don't. And nobody said that. Somebody right there said they got a bearded dragon. There you go.
We had that for
Mhm.
No, I changed my answer.
It's my mom's dog, a Great Dane. It's a Navy.
I like
But I want a Greyhound. Kings and Queens of God.
Nobody-
Okay.
Nobody
Which
has
one
Doberman?
have ever saw a snake?
They already had snakes. Get up off me. Go on about your business. Go on about your baby business. Go on about your baby business. All right, y'all.
Bye-bye.
All right, you guys. Thank you for sitting with us and entertaining us as well. Anyway, just remember that God is going to give you your yes, and He's about to give you your marching orders, because the no season is over and the now season has started. I'm instructed right now as I'm talking, because I don't even know where the no and now came from. But I think I need you guys to type out, just for your own prophetic declaration, that my season is now, or this is my season of now. However you want to verbiage it before I get off. I'm going to say that for myself, because my now season has started, period. And I don't really know what that means, but when God says it, it is so. Move. I'm not playing with y'all. Thank you.
What you said?
Yep, this is my season now. This is my now season. I really feel like something's about to break. Something is about to shake as I'm sitting here. Like, we were just joking and God was like, say what I said. All right, bet. This is my season of now. This is my season of now. We've had too many no's. Really, the no's had to happen, though. The no's had to happen. Like, if it didn't happen, you wouldn't be here now. And when you get hungry and when you get desperate, that's when God can get in. And He can be like, now I can get my but God. That means no one but God can get you into where you're about to get into. No one but God can take you from where He's about to take you. No one but God. And God can get His best shine on right now, because you're hungry and you're thirsty for Him. So He's like, I can feed and water my children. I can get the blessing. I can get the praise. I can get all of this from my children. This is your season. This is your season. This is your season. Hallelujah. Since I laid my burdens down. I ain't heard that in a minute. Glory, glory. Hallelujah. Since I laid my burdens down. Oh, backwood. Yeah. God's about to get it. He's about to get His shine on for you. Just know that. Don't worry about the no's. They had to happen. But so does the yeses. If the no's had to happen, so does the yeses. If the no's had to happen, so does the yeses. Your yes is coming. I love you guys. Have a great night.
Wait,